Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're gonna go over how to draw, okay? It's gonna be simple, easy, step-by-step for beginners, okay? So stick around, it's a very short lesson and we're gonna hop right into the video. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going? Today we're gonna go over step-by-step how to draw Pennywise from It. We're gonna go through a kind of like breakdown of the shapes that make up his face, and then we're gonna draw it. It's gonna be the more monstrous form, but not the total monster, but he's gonna have like a lot of teeth. So let's get started. It's gonna be quick, easy, completely for beginners, so stick around, it will be awesome. So right off the bat, I'm gonna do the undersketch basically on paper, and I'm gonna do it really big and really messy just so you can see it. You don't have to do this part, but you can see it. So the breakdown, I break down Pennywise's head kind of like this, like a circle. He's got a really big skull. That's something I noticed. Very, very, very big skull. And what I would do is I would probably draw a straight line down here for the center line of his face. Gonna go, I see the bottom of his face is kind of like, especially with the teeth that we're gonna put in right here, kind of something like this shape. Something like this, kind of like a, I don't know, like a shield of some kind, kind of from where the nose area is down, like where the eyes are. And like I said, his head is really bulbous, so it kind of has like this light bulb thing. So normally with a regular head, I'd shrink this stuff together, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about when I do that. So I want you to kind of fully understand how I break this down. So when you know how to draw, and then so you can kind of, it'll be much easier for you to draw in like different positions, right? Side of his head over here, and I would think of it as one giant shape. You break it into 3 shapes. It's this kind of shape over here. I'm thinking more of like a big wing shape or something. Down over here, I mean up on top, right? Like kind of a sail. And then over here on this side as well, in the back, right? That same shape. And those kind of merge together, but those are the shapes I'm thinking of, kind of like sails on like a shark or a fish. His eyes are kind of located roughly around that line that we drew, because again, he's got a large bulbous head. His nose is right here, very close to his face. Again, I'm just drawing these things out for structure, right? Not going to draw on this. I'll let you know what I do. This is an undersketch. Smile. And downward here. Maybe his smile's going to be huge, and then obviously he's going to have the teeth, like the big gigantic rows of teeth there. And then it's gonna kind of pull out into that that collar, that the clown collar that he has, something like that. So we're gonna take this, right? This is the structure. This is the placement, right? Very general, very, very general. And I'm gonna slide it underneath another piece of paper, like so. See that? Another piece of paper. Very, very chill. And what I want you to do is, so this is printer paper, by the way. Everybody has this paper. And what this allows is, this allows for me to see right through it, but that you cannot, right? So I would say, that's why I do undersketches, because then I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about where things are placed. I can just think about, the details, things of that sort. And that is literally what we're gonna go over. And so we're gonna grab our marker, right here. I usually use a Sharpie, but you can use anything you want. And I'm gonna just hop right into this, okay? So thinking about his face here, I'm gonna go into I like going into the eyes first. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna try to look through that. Again, I can kind of see that. It's hard for you to see through that. There's no way you guys can see through it because the way I edit the video. Line over here, like I edit the light. Line over here, I got that one eye closest to us. Curve over here. Gonna go over here on this other side. Line up, far side eye. Curve here to the top of that far eye. Gonna go over here, curve underneath. Don't forget, by the way, if you like learning how to draw in general, hit the subscribe, click the bell notification. I'm gonna throw a lot of variety here on the channel. There's a whole lot of different stuff coming, so definitely stick around for that. All right, gonna go over here. I'm gonna thicken the line just a bit because he has this kind of like eyeshadow thing that makes his eyes look deeper. So So I'm gonna kind of do that here. His eyes are wall-eyed in this look. So I'm gonna go over here, circle right here for one iris and pupil. Then over here on the far end, circle on the other end. They're wall-eyed, they're facing outward. Dot right here, dot right here. Gonna pull down here for kind of the bridge of the nose. I'm gonna find the nose because the nose is so wrinkled up. So right there, ball of the nose, curve out here for the nostril, curve up, back over here, nostril on this side, curve up, line over here because he's kind of like making this angry kind of, you know, like extreme face where you're like smiling like all disturbingly. So that you're gonna get the laugh line, and you can kind of see that in the mirror. If you ever wanted to like learn about that, look in the mirror and smile like really big, and you're gonna see the lines come from the nose, pulling down from the cheek area, pulling up over here the side, right? It wrinkles up for like a smile. Same thing over here at the far end. I'm using a thinner line when I do that, just gonna keep that in mind. A line underneath here, thin line underneath. You're controlling your line quality. If you have any issues with any of this, like controlling your line quality, things like that, go check out the beginner drawing lesson course at sketchingeasy.com. I go over there, it's completely 100% free, no sign up, nothing. Go over there, check that out, sketchingeasy.com, and click on the dinosaur, click on the dragon, I mean, and there's a beginner drawing lesson on how to control your line weight and control stuff, because that's half the battle, right? Gonna go over here, pull up, line over here, just a little thin line. Cool. All right, let's kind of find his head over here. I'm gonna go over here, out, down. Go over here on this side. Let me see, not on this side yet. Over here for the brow. Pulling up, kind of into the head there, the bulbous head. Curve over here on this side. Curve over here on this side. Gonna find that widow's peak right there, that center kind of chunk of hair that he has. Don't forget, by the way, you can move around with a timestamp. I'm gonna timestamp different parts of the drawing so that you can kind of go back and forth as a reference source if you do want to like replicate this entire thing. So as you notice, my hand is moving a little bit different for this kind of drawing. It's a little bit more detailed, so I'm moving my hand slower. I'm more careful. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Just because I think this one kind of needs it. Line over here. Line up over here. It's kind of right there. It's the top of the mouth there. Now I'm gonna go nuts with the teeth, right? The teeth in the actual movie, he had this. So he's got like, I want to say 3 giant rows of teeth. And I thought like Venom had teeth. You know, this guy has got like 3 gigantic rows of teeth pretty much. So we got this. And very thin. They're very thin. I don't know what it is about thin teeth, but they're so much creepier, right, than gigantic teeth, even though, you know, they're dangerous, gigantic teeth. But like having these thin little things, so that's 1 row right there. I'm gonna keep going further, and underneath that, put more in between sticking out. Alright, line over here, from the edge over here, pulling in, line over here. You can even draw like another row. He's got like a like 3 stack rows. Be really careful with this though, because this can become a mess fast. I'm even have issues trying to control it like this right now. Line over here. Curve over here for kind of the bottom of the mouth where that's gonna end. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the edge of the lip at the top, the bottom lip. Find my way down here. Curve at the bottom here. And I'm gonna pull all the way up. Right on. Let's go over here and find the bottom teeth. There's a lot of gum on the bottom teeth. I know, so they're not as focal as the one on top. And I think there's a moment right where he opens up his entire mouth. I forget what he is. Like, he's like an alien or something, right? I haven't seen the movie in like a year or two. Alright. And I'm going to fill in this outside here because the teeth are cylindrical and they kind of go back a certain way. They're not going to be plastered across there. I'm going to fill in the center portion as much as I can. Right on. Cool, cool. Doing pretty good so far. Gonna go over here. Kind of the muscles of the face here really, I think, matter, but if you don't know them, it's totally fine. Just remember the cheeks right there. I'm gonna pull in. Go over here. A little bit of the jaw on the far end. A little bit. Pulling down here. Curve underneath. Down over here. Like so. If you want to learn, like I said, the muscles and everything, I'm going to add classes to sketchingeasy.com very, very soon on the basics of anatomy, basics of everything. But I'm going to start with like putting head drawing stuff on there so you can actually learn, you know, slowly and properly about how to draw the head. Very, very thin line for that lip, because once that lip has that, you can barely see it. And you don't even really have to draw it. I just put it in there to be obvious. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go kind of over here to the left. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to like kind of draw the actual like ear and stuff like that. That's going to be probably going to make a lot more sense right here. So right here, you're going to start his ear over here. It's the lobe. Then curve out the rest of it. Line here kind of for the brow a little bit. He looks weirder with, don't worry, when we add the red, you'll understand. It'll be make way more sense. So over here, let's go over the brow. So the brow is like over here somewhere, like with thin wispy lines fall in the same direction. Okay, now, so we have the inside of the hair here for the most part, right where it attaches to the head. Now we're gonna have to draw the outside. So I'm gonna go over here, the far end, curve, kind of like an S curve over here, up over here, down. It's got like its 3 peaks. Okay, that's peak 1, rolling into peak 2. Hopefully it stays on the page there. Again, direction and flow is the whole thing. Don't think too hard about it, just as long as it's all flowing in a similar direction. I'll going back. And then over here, same thing here. It's all kind of flowing in the same direction, like an ice cream cone or something like that. Right on. And let's go and find the wrinkles in the, and that's going to be varied in the collar. Okay. If you want to see other versions of him, I'll make a total playlist of Pennywise, and yeah, we can totally do that in different poses, different expressions, different versions, even that weird monster spider version at the end. But you have to tell me in the comments, because that's kind of where I know. Otherwise, I really have no idea. So yeah, let me know if you want that. Line over here. So that's the inside. The wrinkles, try not to make them the same size. So like right here, they're kind of too similar to me. So I'm gonna make one flare out, one smaller, one thicker. You're trying to give some variety. They're spaced too similar sometimes. So that's kind of where you can start really adding some artistic sensibility. And now I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna go wham, wham, find the outside of this. Right here, big, big, small, big, small, small, big, bigger. And I'm trying to add some variety to the outside as well. Line over here. And Pennywise is literally have to be the coolest clown ever, right? Not Ronald. I mean, he's definitely my favorite. That design is so good. Even it's way better than the original Pennywise. Even though I do like Tim Curry more, the actor of the original It. I gotta say this one's so much better. Like the look, the makeup, the whoever designed it's wow. And I'm throwing the same little bits of folds over here coming from the edge, but not totally. And notice how the lines on the inside are thinner, and the other ones are thicker, right? I'm gonna create a little bit of thickness right here on the edge of the side of his face, just to make that obvious. And notice how I'm moving my hand, right? It's very careful. It's trying to be more precise than normal in the short drawings. The precision thing is a big deal. So just, you know, like I said, the more you draw in general, in any way, the more precise you're gonna get. So that's the cool part. Let me get a little here. A little bit of thickness to the edge on the top. Just not too wild. Okay, we are gonna add color to this, so don't worry about it. Stay calm. Haven't decided if I'm gonna use marker or colored pencil yet though, so that's really something that I'm trying to kind of sort out there. Alright, cool. So first things first, let's go into the red makeup. That has to be first. I am probably, you can get a red marker or a red pen, anything that you think will suffice. I'm gonna use a red marker. So right off the bat, I'm going to, let me see. Okay, right off the bat, I am actually gonna look at this and kind of go like, okay, so what needs to be highlighted? First thing, it has to be the line through the eyes, curve right here, curve line there, make it slow there. Whew. Pull back right there. Okay, it's gonna go right through his eye, up, right on. Go over here, other side, up. Watch the kind of thickness of this stuff. Across the nose. I'm gonna fill in most of it, maybe leave a couple edges there. Maybe a highlight over here. Go over here to the lips. This top lip right there, that's barely there. I'm gonna be careful. I'm just kind of colored in there as properly as I can. Line over here. Going right over here to the lips on the bottom, leaving a highlight right there. See, I'm going to leave a bit of white right there on purpose, so it looks like a highlight. Right on. One thing I forgot to do is I'm going to throw little striations in the hair. That has to do all with the flow. It's all flowing one general direction. There we go. Yellow for the eye. Okay. Yellow hardly ever shows, honestly, but I'm gonna do it in the Prismacolor marker. Ooh, that one shows really well, actually. I'm surprised. Let's go over and now the hair. It's got like orange hair. I guess I can use an actual orange for that. And I am gonna use marker because it is thinner. I might leave a little line over there for some light, but for the most part, see how the edge, see I'm leaving a light edge over there, like there's some sort of reflected light. Which, by the way, if you want to learn more about light, same thing, go to sketchingeasy.com. I'm going to be putting everything on there slowly. Go take a look at that. Right on. Going over here. It's kind of filling. The rest of it's mostly flat as far as the hair goes. Don't forget to hit the like, by the way. This is something that someone requested. Do a very kind of careful, drawing lesson of Pennywise. Right on. Gonna grab a little bit of pink for the gums underneath because he has a little bit of gum. A little bit right there, yeah. It's a little more pink than I'd like, but I'm gonna scratch it in there a little bit, just a bit. And then let's grab a little bit of, I'm gonna say gray for his face because there's gonna be gray, and I'm gonna grab a gray marker. Let me see. An N5. I think I'm gonna grab like an N5. N5. It's this Copic marker. Yeah, I want to make sure it's not too dark. Pretty good, pretty good. Not too dark. Gonna right here at the edge of the ear. And I'm actually gonna do it a little bit around the eyes here. So right here. Right, it's catching a little bit of shadow because he has such creepy eyes, bone structure. But then again, like everybody's bone structure has that. See, I'm throwing a little bit of gray there to give it a that kind of like it's kind of like, you know, every eyeball is inset into your eye. But right here for this guy, for Pennywise, makes it creepier. Same thing, a little bit right here along the laugh line, right there. You can kind of add it under the nose if you want. You don't have to, but I would say right here. The reason I get 5 is because 5 doesn't look, you know, garishly weird. Right here along the temple. Again, if you want to know any of this stuff, go to the main site, and I'm gonna put up stuff to kind of go over every aspect of art. That's kind of my plan. But right now I'm gonna start with portraiture. If you like portraits, there's portraits over there. Right on. Going over here to the temple. Down over here the side of the face. Curve over here. The right side of the Instagram. Did I say Instagram? Right side of the... How did I say that? Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's funny. And then I might add one over here on this side to kind of even it out, the temple. And yeah, I think that's enough for the gray. There you go, a little bit enough. Give it a little bit of shadow, but don't overdo it. And I would say for this, I mean, I guess this has to be the same one. I was gonna make it blue, but you can kind of pull a little bit right there. Line over here. Just kind of doing a little bit along the edges right there. What you're doing is you're trying, and I said this a bazillion times, so you're gonna get sick of hearing me say it. This adds a little bit of dimension, even though it's very little, right? It's very little, but these are small details, and these are the kind of details that can kind of push your drawing over into like, wow, okay, that guy's pretty good, you know? Because it looks like you put more work into it, and the truth is you did put more work into it, but it's really not that hard. You're just following along the same lines you did before. Like I said, if you like this kind of stuff, let me know, reach out. I'll do a lot more of these slow, more, I would say a little bit more advanced drawing lessons, but like tell me and I will totally do it. Reach out to me. I'm very, very easy to reach out to. I am basically... Yeah, basically the art dude that's kind of reaches out. I don't know, it's hard to call myself an artist. I just say I'm an art dude, but yeah, I am an artist, but yeah, it's hard to say that. Anyways, that is it. That is a Pennywise. I hope you like it. I hope you had a good time either watching or implementing what I showed you right now. But yeah, if you want to know the markers I buy, go check out sketchingeasy.com as well. A lot of the answers is like, you want to know this, you want this, go to sketchingeasy.com. Sketchingeasy.com is where I'm going to put everything for the most part. Thank you so much. I will see you next time, and we'll talk very, very, very soon. See ya. Let me see. One right there. It's kind of bugging me.